like why you had to take my brother's way. Money in my mattress, but I had to cap another safe. I just capped another safe. I just capped another safe. All these bitches on me now.
Yo guys, what's going on? ModernHoops here, and I am back with another video. Now, I recently just talked about the Memphis Grizzlies and how their future isn't looking so bright, that they just needed to blow things up and start their rebuild phase sooner than later. And with that said, news just came out the other day that Marc Gasol said he wouldn't mind being traded, and that just shows how unhappy he is to play there and that he just wants to win. And honestly, it's time to pull the trigger and just blow things up. I mean, they're not winning games. They're currently the second worst team in the Western Conference, and even if they were to have a healthy roster, let's be honest, it still wouldn't be good enough to compete for a title. And if you think about it, the Grizzlies are in a similar position to the Clippers, where a lot of their starters are injured, but even if they were to have a full healthy roster, yeah, they might just be good enough to make the playoffs, but they wouldn't win a championship with the current roster that they have. So with the trade deadline coming up, don't be surprised if they were to pull the trigger, even when they say they wouldn't. It's just a matter of the right time and the right deal. So with that said, today I'm going to be talking about the top 3 trade destinations for Marc Gasol. Now, in these trade scenarios, I'm going to be talking about trades that will make the most sense for both teams, where the Grizzlies can get some solid young pieces or some good draft picks. Also, I would appreciate it if you guys could hit that like button, share and subscribe, and I'll be doing a giveaway at 2,000 subscribers. Now, with all that out of the way, let's jump right into it. Now, coming at number 1 is the Portland Trailblazers. Now, I know that the Portland Trailblazers have Jusuf Nurkic, and he is a great defensive player. He has been playing better ever since he got traded from the Denver Nuggets, but let's be honest, he isn't on Marc Gasol's level. Although Marc Gasol is 32, he is still a better defender, a better floor spacer, and a better playmaker. But if this trade were to happen, the Portland Trailblazers would probably trade Jusuf Nurkic and maybe Evan Turner in their 2019 second round pick for Marc Gasol. Overall, this move would really help the Portland Trailblazers out, as you get another playmaker and scorer on your team instead of having to always rely on Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. The Blazers offense can really use a player such as Marc Gasol, but the Blazers offense so far this year is ranked 22nd in the league, which isn't good, and Marc Gasol can give them that extra boost that they need on the offensive end of the floor. But the Memphis Grizzlies get Jusuf Nurkic, who is a great young center and a 2019 pick, and I know Evan Turner has a pretty hefty contract, but that's what you get when you're trying to trade a unhappy 32-year-old vet who is on a big contract. Sometimes you just have to go along with things. Now, coming at number 2 is the Toronto Raptors. Now, the Raptors are already a pretty solid team, but if this trade were to happen, it would potentially bring the Raptors over the top or close enough to it. Now, if this trade were to go down, the Raptors would probably trade Jonas Valanciunas, Lucas Negura, and OG Anunoby for Marc Gasol. Now, the Raptors get Marc Gasol, and the Grizzlies get some great young pieces to work with, like OG Anunoby, who has proven that he can be something really special in the league. Also, Dwayne Casey has talked about having more of an offense that is based around ball movement and shooting, and Marc Gasol does fit that role. But I don't know if the Raptors are willing to trade 2 great young bigs, but if it were me, I would do it, because the Raptors are not waiting. They're trying to contend right now, and this move makes perfect sense for both sides. Now, coming at number 3 is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, isn't it kind of funny how the Cavs always ends up in trade scenarios, but they do meet all the requirements to make a lot of the trades happen. Now, Marc Gasol would be a good addition for the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Cavs can use a center who's a great floor spacer, a great passer, and a great rim protector. But if this trade were to go down, the Cavs will probably trade Tristan Thompson, Cedi Osman in their 2018 Brooklyn Nets first round pick, and it's a win-win for both teams. The Grizzlies get the Cavs pick and some good pieces, and the Cavs get an all-star player like Marc Gasol. And if you look at it from the Cavs point of view, they'd have a starting lineup of Isaiah Thomas at the point, J.R. Smith at the 2, LeBron at the 3, Kevin Love at the 4, and Marc Gasol at the 5. To me, it looks like a pretty deadly lineup that could cause a lot of damage in the league. But the one thing that could keep this trade from happening is the Brooklyn Nets pick. See, if LeBron James does end up leaving next season, the Cavs need something to kind of depend on or to rely on. But so far this season, it doesn't look like the Nets pick is going to have any major value. Honestly, I don't even think it'll be top 5 at the rate the Nets are going at right now, and might go as low as a 10th pick in the draft, because the Nets been doing all right this season. But you know, you never know what may happen, and at the end of the day, each team gets what they need. The Grizzlies get a good draft pick, and the Cavs get a great center in Marc Gasol that could help them right now, which is what they need. But overall, if I'm Marc Gasol, I would ask for a trade, because he's 32 years old and he's about to be 33, and you want to at least be able to compete for a title in your career, and the Grizzlies just isn't going to give him that. And is it bad that he wants to win? Personally, I think it's just about time to pull the trigger. But with that said, that is all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Also, I will be doing a giveaway at 2,000 subscribers, so if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, share and subscribe for more NBA content. But with that said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you all later. Peace.